I never imagined my journey would lead me from the streets of Vienna to the lines of Russia and then the halls of New York's universities. But here I am, Alfred Adler, born on February 7, 1870, in Rudolfsheim, a suburb of Vienna, Austria. My story is one of struggle, perseverance, and a relentless pursuit of understanding the human mind. It's a tale that spans continents, wars, and ideologies, shaped by the tumultuous times. My parents, Leopold Adler and Pauline Kaufmann, were of Hungarian and Jewish descent. My father, a successful merchant, and my mother, a homemaker, raised 7 of us in a home where favoritism, at least for me, was palpable. My younger brother's death and my own health struggles truly shaped my early years. As a baby, a throat condition silenced my cries. Rickets delayed my ability to walk, and a bout of pneumonia nearly claimed my life. I overheard the doctor tell my father, "Your boy is lost." But I wasn't lost. I was just beginning to find my way. Maybe because I was run over not once but twice in the streets of Vienna, I learned to pick myself up again. As a teenager, I struggled with mathematics. But when I set my mind to something, there's no stopping me. I mastered it before entering the University of Vienna in 1888. It's funny how life works, isn't it? That very subject that challenged me became crucial to my statistical research in physiology and psychology. At university, I didn't just stick to medicine. I dove into philosophy, sociology, and economy. I was hungry for knowledge, for understanding. In 1897, I married Raisa Epstein, a remarkable woman active in communism and women's suffrage. Over the next decade, we welcomed 4 children into our lives. Raisa's passion for social equality, combined with the decline of the Austro-Hungarian Empire, shaped my worldview in ways I couldn't have anticipated. In 1902, I made a pivotal shift from optics to general medicine and eventually psychiatry. My time as an optometrist taught me something fascinating. Some people are influenced by sight, others by sound or other senses. This realization was just the beginning. In my general practice, I had the unique opportunity to treat circus performers. Watching them adapt and excel despite physical differences sparked something in me. I began to see that who we are isn't just about biology, it's about psychology. In 1898, I published my first books exploring these ideas. By 1908, I was working at the Poliklinik, Vienna's general hospital, and gaining international recognition as a neurologist. But the real work, the work that would define my life, was just beginning. 1914 brought the world to its knees. 2 years later, in 1916, I found myself serving as a physician in the Austro-Hungarian army. The Russian front. It was a place where the fragility of human life was on full display. The carnage, the suffering, it was overwhelming. But even in those darkest moments, I saw something remarkable. The human spirit's capacity to endure, to find meaning in the midst of chaos. This experience reinforced my belief that if humanity is to survive, we must change our ways. The war showed me the depths of human cruelty, yes, but it also revealed our potential for resilience and compassion. Returning to Vienna after the war was like stepping into a different world. The city had become a crucible of ideas, a meeting point for some of the greatest minds of our time. I threw myself into this renaissance, lecturing at the University of Vienna, participating in international conferences across Europe. I made many friends, joined social clubs, but even as I engaged with these brilliant minds, I never forgot where I came from. Sometimes, I'd leave work or an event early, assisting my mother when she went out. It was a reminder that no matter how far we go, we're always connected to others and our roots. The rise of Nazism in the 1930s cast a dark shadow over Europe. In 1935, I took a stand, openly opposing their authoritarian ideologies. It wasn't an easy decision, but it was the only one I could live with. Austria, culturally aligned with Germany, was an early conquest for the Nazi regime. The writing was on the wall. To continue my work, to survive, I had to leave my homeland. In 1934, with a heavy heart but an unbroken spirit, I emigrated to New York City. It was a journey into the unknown, leaving behind everything familiar. But it was also a journey towards hope, towards the possibility of continuing my life's work in freedom. America opened new doors for me. I continued to lecture and teach at prestigious institutions: Clark University, Long Island College of Medicine, Columbia University, and the New School for Social Research. It was a new beginning, a chance to share my ideas with a fresh audience, to plant the seeds of individual psychology in fertile new ground. My last memory is of lecturing at the University of Aberdeen in Scotland. I didn't know then that it would be my final address. On May 28, 1937, at the age of 67, I suffered a heart attack and passed away. In a strange twist of fate, my remains were lost for decades, only to be recovered 74 years later in a small box at an Edinburgh crematorium.
I told interviewers, I think family was more concerned with my grandfather's life and ideas than with ashes.
It wasn't until July 11, 2011 that my remains were finally laid to rest at Zentralfriedhof, Vienna's central cemetery. During the eulogy, someone said, "Put a seed in the ground. It becomes a tree. We see its goodness by its fruit." If my ideas, my work, have borne fruit that continues to nourish minds and hearts, then I can rest easy. As I reflect on my journey from that sickly boy in Rudolfsheim to a man whose ideas have touched lives across the globe, I'm reminded of something I often said: follow your heart, but take your brain with you. Life is a balance of passion and reason, of individual striving and social interest. If my work has helped even a few people find that balance, then it has all been worthwhile.